Everyone. We have a special chess video. I am in Reno, Nevada for the holiday weekend, and if my face looks more red than normal, I got a little bit too much sun at Lake Tahoe yesterday. Um, so yeah, I feel slightly dehydrated to be honest. I put some sunscreen on, but it was a fun holiday yesterday for sure. But I got a tad too much sun. But yeah, I'm happy to look at this game that Ray played on Chess Kids versus Lean Wiggly Bike. And yeah, one of the cool features of Chess Kids is that all the kids get kind of these random and funny nicknames. So yeah, so let's sort of jump into the game. Let me move my picture so I could go forward and backwards in the game. So yeah, so in this game, Ray had the white pieces. So he played knight to f3, which I think is showing some like maturity in Ray's play, if I have to be honest, because I don't think I've had any other students play knight f3. We have a lot of games with e4 is by far the most common. I've seen some games with d4, and then I know Nathan plays c4. Um, I can't recall if I've seen a game with Nathan where he played knight f3, but I can't remember one offhand. If I'm wrong, then I'm just mistaken about that. But yeah, I really like the fact that Ray is mixing up his openings. This was a very common move that world champion Vladimir Kramnik played and had a lot of very nice victories in this opening. So yeah, so here we're just developing a piece. We're fighting for two central squares right off the bat. So that's a very logical opening move, right? Anytime we could develop a piece and fight for the center, that's worth considering. So here our opponent played f5, which is called the Dutch defense. And what we're trying to do as white against the Dutch defense is we're trying to fight for these light squares in the center. So black is not going to make that easy for us, of course. But what they're trying to establish is control of the light squares black, and we're trying to not make that not let that be so easy for them. If you're curious, I could kind of post a link or bring it up during class time. But there's a game with Alpha Zero, or no, I think it was no. I apologize. I think it was Leela, which is sort of an open source program. I think somewhat similar to AlphaZero versus Stockfish, where they just played these like ridiculous piece sacrifices against the Dutch and went on to win a pretty spectacular game. So here we have c4, which I think is a very logical choice by Ray. He's fighting for one of the central squares, which is a light square. So I think Ray's doing a very good job of anticipating that black might be trying to set up kind of a strong presence on these two light central squares, and Ray is not going to let that be so easy for black to accomplish. So here we had c5. So yeah, c4, c5 is very common. So this would be just like an English opening. So c4 is called the English. So c4, c5 is very common, but this c5 and f5 in conjunction with each other already feels a bit dubious to me because yeah, they're sort of giving away these squares a bit too easily. Maybe they want to go with something like d6 and e6 to sort of not let white get access to these two nice central squares. But yeah, this opening choice from black seems a bit incorrect to me. So here we have d4, which is another very nice move by Ray. He's allowing his dark square bishop to get into the game, and he's fighting for the center like he's supposed to, right? So d4 is fighting for the center. Another thing I really liked about this game was Ray remembered to play the pawn to c4 before putting the knight onto c3, which that's kind of a concept that doesn't sink in so quickly with the kids from my experience. Maybe I just need to keep kind of teaching it and do a better job myself. But yeah, teaching that we should play c4 before knight to c3, because by doing this we get two attackers on the d5 square rather than just one, and therefore we're putting more pressure on the center is something we should be aspiring to. So here they play d6, and yeah, d6 I think is already a mistake from black. So if we notice from the black side, they're just moving their pawns. They haven't developed any of their pieces. And in these d4 games, we can play a bit more positionally. So maybe developing pieces as quickly as say an e4 game is might not be as important, but it's still extremely important. So like for example, in this position, I think Ray could already just grab this pawn. And after something like knight e5, which threatens this fork on f7, I think white is already considerably better because black can't castle anymore. They're behind in development, and yeah, this e pawn is a backwards pawn, and yeah, these two pawns also seem quite weak to me. So yeah, I would say that that white is just much better already. But in the game, Ray went for a different option, which I also think was fine. He just played knight c3, developing a piece. So here they took, the knight took, and then knight to c6. So yeah, very reasonable developing moves now. So the only thing I'd say from the black perspective is this pawn on f5 still strikes me as quite misplaced here. Yeah, I don't think this is where the pawn wants to be in this particular variation. Like already as white, I could say is playing something like e4 and trying to break open the position a little bit. And I think with this f5 move, this king is just going to be a bit weak on this diagonal for the whole game. So here Ray played bishop e3, and I have to be honest, like the English isn't my it's not the opening where I would say I'm like the most comfortable and most familiar. So I have seen these ideas with bishop to e3 in this opening. But yeah, I think like with the pawn on e2 hasn't moved yet. We're sort of restricting where our light square bishop can move. So we could play something like g3 and fianchetto our bishop on the g2 square. That's definitely possible. Yeah, but I don't know. I think I'd like to leave the option of maybe putting the bishop on e2 also. And with the dark square bishop in front of our e2 pawn, it's not so easy to move the e pawn. And if we can't move the e pawn, we can't put the bishop on e2, of course. So yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like bishop e3 might not be such a terrible move. I don't think it's terrible at all. But I'm not sure if it's good either because yeah, typically we would like to move the bishop to e2, and maybe Ray missed that there's one attacker and we have one defender still. So maybe this was yeah, I don't know. Maybe Ray wanted to overprotect the knight by developing the bishop here, but I don't think it was necessary in this position. Again, yeah, I think e4 for some reason keeps jumping out to me as a good option. I'm trying to think of what else we could play here. We could go g3 right here and then play bishop to g2. And if that's our plan, like maybe bishop to e3 is perfectly fine here because yeah, because the bishop can still go to g2. So here the knight took, which I think is this is a pretty bad move for black because it just improves the white pieces. And there's really no reason to take. Like white wasn't really threatening to take the black knight here. So this is an example. We moved the same piece twice in the opening, and we're helping our opponent improve their pieces. Like in this specific position, the knight on c6 is a bit inferior to the knight on d4 because the knight on d4 is nice and centralized. But at the same time, when we capture this knight, we're improving our opponent's other pieces, which doesn't feel necessary. Unless, yeah. So here they play bishop d7. What I was going to say is unless they wanted to play something like e5 and something like this, maybe f4, probably the bishop should go back to d2 here, or even c1 maybe has some merit. But yeah, I think that white is pretty good here. Yeah, I think white is still the I think white is still a bit better here because this king looks very weak to me. There's a lack of development of the black pieces, and yeah, I think we can break up this pawn chain pretty easily with either playing e3 or g3. Like if we play e3 in our let's just waste a move for black here. Let's say we play e6 and then g5. This would allow the queen to come to h5 and give a check. And then I think we're just much better already here as white. If they play a more useful move like knight to f6, something like this maybe this is okay for black because now the knight's controlling the h5 square. But yeah, I still have a bad feeling about this pawn here on d6. So yeah, something like even like knight to d5 here maybe. Maybe something like that seems reasonable. Trying to put after these pawns, the situation gets a bit resolved. We probably could put the bishop onto this c3 square, and yeah, I think we might just be quite a bit better in this position as white. But yeah, as the game went, they didn't play this e5 move, which would have been a good way to pick up a tempo. Instead, they played bishop to d7, which is a developing move, but perhaps not the most precise one. So here we have e3, and so I think the way that Ray's developing his pieces is excellent. The only problem with this e3 move is now the bishop doesn't have any squares where it can move to safely. So after the pawn comes to e5, unless we have some resource that I'm missing, but I don't believe we do. It looks like Ray's just gonna drop his bishop here, which is kind of like it's kind of why chess is so hard, because when I look at this game, I feel like Ray did a very good job developing all of his pieces. The point of e3 is to get his light square bishop developed. But it's just unfortunate that in this specific position, this e5 move would end up picking up the bishop here. Yeah, I don't. There's really nothing. There's no. I'm not seeing a tactic. Like if queen to h5 worked, that would be great. But that just runs into g6, so that's not going to quite work. Yeah, I don't really see anything else that we could do to save our bishop here. So yeah, I'm trying to think of what we could do instead here. Yeah, I feel like once again I'm just tempted by this e4 idea. So if we play e4, like something like this, I feel like we're okay. Yeah, I still feel like we're quite okay as white here. After e4 they play a move like f4, this would be an idea for black to try to trap the bishop. I believe here we could just play e5, and now we're stopping the black pawn from coming to e5, and here we should just be much better once again. So yeah, I think e3 was just a bit imprecise just because of this e5 move. But yeah, once again, luckily black played g6 here, just hanging the rook. And from what I can see, it looks like black resigned before Ray was able to actually capture the rook. So I guess they realized their mistake. So yeah, what else should we point out in this game? Yeah, so yeah, e4. The computer is recommending either e4 here. I was looking at f4 myself. The idea of f4 is once again we're putting two attackers on this e5 square, and after the pawn goes to e5, there's only one protector, so we just capture a pawn for free. And yeah, while we're at it, I'm just a little curious what the computer thought of this bishop e3 move. So yeah, they weren't a big fan of this move, to be honest. They like knight takes c6, which was kind of a move that this move didn't really jump out at me as yeah, it didn't jump out at me as the first thing we would like to do here. But I'm kind of curious why the computer likes this so much. So yeah, here once again, the goal against the Dutch, if you're playing from the white side, is we're trying to take control of these two light squares in the center. Who's challenging me here? Is this Puffyfoot? All right, so Nathan wants to play a 1 minute game. We might as well put this in the video. So if he wants to embarrass me, he can here. I think he wants to embarrass me though, Nathan. So we'll see what happens. But he's got to play faster. Or do I have a lag on my end? Yeah, I think I have a lag on my end. So this is a bit annoying. Yeah, it's kind of funny that Nathan challenged me right in the middle of this game. So, or right in the middle of this video, I should say. So now you guys get like a bonus video here. His knight's sort of misplaced on the h4 square, so yeah, he brought it back. So that's a good move. I'm just too slow though. I'm not as fast as I used to be, and I think there's a little lag on this computer. Yeah, that move was a mistake. I think to take is a mistake. Let's just develop my pieces. We're improving the pieces. Yeah, that move I'm just gonna keep the tension here. Let's see what Nathan has in mind. Oh no, okay, he wants to play knight to c5, so I shouldn't allow that. Yeah, this is a really well played game by Nathan. He's attacking my backwards pawn here. He's definitely putting the pressure. I think he wants to play e4 next. No. So yeah, I don't understand what he's doing. What if I play here? That move seemed like a mistake too. I gotta play faster though. I'm playing way too slow. I'm playing Yeah, I'm playing way too slow here. I'll take that. If he wants to give it to me, I'll take it. Oh, Nathan, what are you doing? There's a pin there. Can't do that. All right, he's going to try to flag me now, so hopefully I won't let him flag me. So we're going to go here, and we're going to play rook b2 next, and I should be winning this. He just hung a piece there as well, so let me take that. And we're going to go here next, and then we're going to try to pre-move Nathan. Okay, so now he's in. If I could play faster, that'd be great. Just hung my bishop, which is no good. Hope I'm not stalemating him. This should be a mate here. All right. Woo. All right, that was a good game. I'm playing a bit too slow. Does he want a rematch, Nathan? I'll give him a rematch. Does he want one? Yeah, this is some bonus footage. I wasn't expecting this to be in the video. He's playing the Carol Khan now, Nathan. I wasn't aware that he played this opening. If he plays, no, I went there. Yeah, so Nathan's just studying way too much. That's why he's getting too good, Nathan, because he's learning like the Carol Khan. This is yeah, we haven't really looked at the Carol Khan that much in class, to be honest. Does he want to play C5 here? Yeah, so yeah, this is good. I mean, the way that Nathan's improving is very impressive. I think he has a better position here already, to be honest. I don't like my position here. I'll trade queens. Yeah, I really don't care for my position. He's got his rooks nice and centered. That move I don't think it was very good for him. Let's go back here. He could play F5 here. Yeah, I was worried about that. So we can go here. That's a bad move too, I think. All right, so we got this move. He's going to try. Oh, he missed this. Come on, Nathan. You almost had my bishop trap, but he missed that idea. He's just much faster than me. It's nice to be young. I wish I was young again. If I could be young again, that would make me very happy. Guess there's no going backwards in time though. Let's go here. Let's just trade off because I'm up some material here, so I think I can just trade. And now, yeah, now I'm trying to hit this. Okay, that was a good move. There's no checks or anything I have to worry about here. This is bad though. I think I have rook a6. Yeah, luckily there's no checks. Why did he just give up his bishop for? Yeah, that was unnecessary. So now we're going to double up the rooks. And this should be game over now. Yeah, this should be game over now. Take that guy, take this guy. Now everything's falling. Take this guy, take this guy. Go here, go here. Okay, he's going to take there. Let's go there, and then we're going to push, and then we're going to get a queen, and then yeah, the rest should be history here. All right, good games, Nathan. All right, why don't I stop the video there? Yeah, he's playing tough though, Nathan, and I'm really proud of all the work he's putting into chess. If I'm being perfectly honest. So yeah, that was fun to get a couple games in. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the bonus footage, and hopefully Ray enjoyed the analysis of his game. Yeah, it was fun. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll make another video here soon. All right, bye everyone.